Today we have a GE profile refrigerator with the French doors that's leaking water on the floor, and it's kind of damaging the floor. You can see it's kind of bubbling up right here. So we don't want this to happen. This is due to water leaking out the front over by the bottom of the freezer, and this is something you can easily fix. So first thing I'm doing is taking out these racks here. This is the top rack. Just give myself a little bit more room to work because I want to get rid of some of the ice that's formed on the bottom of the freezer. The ice forming is a result of the defrost heating system drain being plugged either with some ice or with some debris, and the water can't flow down a little tube into the drain pan, so it flows out to the bottom of the freezer and then it can melt. What I'm doing now is I'm pulling the fridge out away from the wall by grabbing the two outside parts of the door. Behind it I have it unplugged, and I'm removing the back panel by removing some screws. The back panel on most of these is just made out of like a cardboard material. Some models it's more sheet metal, but more commonly just cardboard. It is important to keep this panel in position, so when you're done here on this procedure, we want to make sure we put it back. So I'm going to lift the panel up out of the way, and I'm going to try to get to the drain pan and the drain tube. Hey guys, can you take just a second to click on the subscription link below? It really helps our channel, and also the bell notification, so every time we make a new video, we can send it right to you. We make a new video about once every week. Really appreciate that, and if you give us a thumbs up, it'd be great. Thank you. That's coming from inside the fridge where the ice has been melted by the defrost heater. There's the tube reaching back to it, and now I'm going to pull that tube down and toward me a little bit to get it out so I can clean it. Sometimes this tube will get full of junk and then the water can't drain out. Also, when you get this tube out, you can push something up into where the tube was connected to clear out any debris that might be in there, or even to knock some ice out of there. So I'm just getting any remnant water out of there, and then I'm just going to use maybe an old coat hanger or any kind of a thick wire to push through so it can make this nice turn and push out any junk that might be caught in there. So more commonly the junk is not in the tube, but it's up a little bit above the tube where the tube was connected. So you want to use your wire, reach inside the back part of the fridge there where this tube was connected, and push up with your wire to clear out any debris. There may be so much ice there that you can't clear it out though, and then you have to do a defrost technique to let the ice all melt. But you do want to get rid of that ice or that block so the water can flow down through that tube that we just looked at into a drain pan and then evaporate. And that way you don't get it all over your wood floors. So we got that tube put back into position. We got the clog knocked out of the way. We're putting the screws back in. To do the defrost technique, all you need to do is unplug your fridge for about 8 hours and take all the stuff that was in your freezer and put it into the fresh food section. You want to keep your freezer door open for the 8 hours, but you want to keep your fridge door closed, and your food will actually stay nice and cold inside the fresh food section with all the ice and cold items that you had in the freezer. But down at the bottom, all that ice will melt, and then the ice that was in the way of the defrost water going down through the tube will be able to flow again. So it's a pretty common problem. You may also want to check that your freezer settings is just set at 0 and not like -5 or something. So 0 would be perfect. I'm just putting the fridge back in, and it's pretty cool though. You can just move the items that were in the freezer like I'm doing here and put them into the fresh food section. Open up the freezer door and just leave it open. Hey, thanks so much for watching our video. Please leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. We really appreciate that. We have a really nice video coming up for you right here that I think you'll enjoy, very similar, dealing with appliance repair. So thanks again for watching our video.